Money matters will be the focus of your attention this month, Pisces. Luckily, August planets will also provide plenty of opportunities to enjoy the life's pleasures and to plan something interesting together with someone important. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology, but who like hearing their monthly horoscopes. And this is the forecast for Pisces for August 2025. So let's start with the life's pleasures. The important thing here is that Venus, the planet of love and beauty and pleasures, moved into Cancer at the very end of July, on the 31st of July, and it will stay there until the 25th of August, so most of the month. And Cancer in your horoscope rules whatever you do actively that brings you joy and pleasure. It could be romance or sex, it could be creative expression, it could be parties, it could be shopping if this is a creative activity for you and pleasurable activity for you. It could be also spending time with your children if it's also joyful, if you love them and you experience real joy when spending time with them. So Venus here will make all of those activities more available to you and also more pleasant. And also Venus, being the female planet, may also help you to get some female friends to do those things with you. Or Venus, being the planet of love, may also make it more romantic for you to engage in something pleasant with a romantic partner. But this is not the best part yet. The best part is that Venus will not be doing it alone. It will be partnering with Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance and growth and wisdom and generosity. It entered Cancer in June 2025 and it will remain there until the summer of 2026, so a little bit more than a year. And in Cancer it becomes stronger but also kinder. So thanks to Jupiter, you already are lucky when it comes to those areas: creative expression, romance, fun, parties, shopping, children. You should be optimistic in those areas. So you should act as if you wanted something better for yourself, something more satisfying, something more meaningful and magical in those areas for yourself, something that you would truly experience as wonderful. Venus will add more charm to Jupiter's luck. In other words, if you want to fall in love, this would be the month. Truly, if you want to meet someone who will sweep you off your feet, not necessarily for a very long time, but to remind you that you can be in love and that it is a magical feeling that is hugely inspirational and pleasant and wonderful and magical, this is the month. Put yourself out there, meet people, be active about it. But not just that, you can also start a creative project. You can party more. You can have more fun with your friends, especially female friends. And you can also spend time with your children. And this time that you spend with your children will be more pleasant and overall wonderful. And yes, if you want to have children, if you want to conceive children, then this month your chances will be higher than in any other month. Partly because Jupiter in Cancer is very much about growth and gestation, and Venus is also the planet of fertility. Mars will spend the first 7 days of August in Virgo, in your area of important one-on-one relationships. So it will give you the energy to be more active and proactive in how you build important one-on-one relationships in your life. And then on the 7th, it will move into the next sign of Libra, which Libra rules your area of very close, very intimate relationships. So if before that, when it was in Virgo, it could also help you with things like friendship or creative collaboration. Now it's only this intimate partnership, or maybe also a business partnership if it's very, very tight and you do own your company together. Where there is Mars, there is action. So you would have to be active and ambitious, and maybe also not shy away from conflict to fight for something that is important to you in this relationship. But it's not only relationships that Libra rules in your horoscope, it's also funding, so other people's money or other companies' money that you can use in some way or other. And it's also your own psychological depths. In both of those areas, after Mars moves into Libra, it would be beneficial for you to act in a more bold, assertive manner. So if you're tackling a complicated, difficult psychological issue, after the 7th of August, you have to really go for it. Be very serious about it and ambitious and brave. If you are applying for funding, so a bank loan or a grant or investors' money, then also maybe be a little bit pushy, but also very serious about what your own net worth is. If you're clear about that, receiving additional funding would be easier. On the 9th, there will be a full moon in Aquarius, which for you may mean nothing. Aquarius rules your unconscious mind, and during the full moon in Aquarius, so like on the days surrounding the 9th when it happens, you may either sleep or daydream more than usual, or maybe have problems with it. Both scenarios are common, but if it has any effect on you at all, it will be the effect on what your unconsciousness is doing. Maybe you will get some more clarity, but you wouldn't have the opportunity to reflect on it. It may also signal the end of something or draw your attention to a secret part of your life. So these are the three possibilities: nothing, the ending of something, and something secret. Full moons illuminate, they shed light on something. So just simply observing, thinking about what is going on in this area of your life is enough. On the 11th of August, Mercury retrograde comes to an end and Mercury stations direct in Leo. Leo rules your area of day-to-day activities, routines, professional skills, the actual labor that you do day to day to maintain your life professionally, but also health-wise. And also it rules the people who work for you. So also colleagues, people who you work with. So whatever hold up or miscommunication or problems you have been experiencing there during the Mercury retrograde, after Mercury stations direct on the 11th, solving all of that will become easier. Now, logically, before Mercury stations direct, a good idea would be to take a step back in auditing your day-to-day life, your relationships with your colleagues, your work email, your schedule. There may be some mistakes there that you would want to correct before Mercury stations direct. And now the coolest feature of August astrology, which is also the coolest feature of astrology of 2025-2026. I talked about it a lot in my video on the astrology of 2025-2026. It is 4 slow-moving planets, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, who have all changed signs very recently within less than a year, which is super rare because they all move at different speeds. They will form helpful, harmonious aspects, or like each planet will form those aspects to each other planet. And the first time it happens is now in August, but then there will be 2 other occasions in 2026. What is cool about it is that those planets already bring in some new energy and new circumstances and new tasks and new ideas. But after those supportive aspects will form, so this August, a new type of synergy and synchronicity and collaboration will be possible that would help us move forward with the speed that was unavailable to us before. So yes, in general, exchanging ideas and collaborating and trying things out, especially trying things out with other people, is hugely beneficial, but also investing in those areas of your life which those planets accentuate for you. For you, this is the unconscious mind, so things you cannot really reflect on and you have no control over. So basically some trust in the process, trust in the universe. Then it's money. This is where you're supposed to be very serious and also kind of idealistic and disciplined, even if it's hard to make projections. So serious relationships with money, and then also being able to be more experimental and free in your home and family life. So whatever configuration of those three areas and new things that happen in those three areas, you can conjure. This would be a nice thing to do. Not necessarily now, maybe it will be the topic for you for 2026, but now start at least thinking about it. There will also be a new moon in Virgo in your area of important one-on-one relationships on the 23rd of August. This one is in general good for making decisions or maybe setting goals for what you want your important relationships to be like this year. But if you want to get some bonus points with this new moon, your new goals for the important relationships in your life in this year should have something to do with how you live, where you live, with whom you live. So maybe a flatmate or a partner. So some like living arrangement situation and some change in how you arrange your living situation would be a very cool thing to address. And then finally, on the 25th, Venus is moving into Leo, after which it will start making your day-to-day life, day-to-day labor, day-to-day responsibilities, day-to-day taking care of health more pleasant and more attractive. And it may also require more diplomacy and more grace, more social grace from you in dealing with your co-workers. It's also a good time to hire a woman. So if you want to hire someone after the 25th, some woman, not every woman, could be a very nice pick. And finally, if you want to be more motivated in your day-to-day activities and responsibilities, try making them more beautiful, attractive, and pleasant, like maybe buy yourself something that you could use for your day-to-day activities that would be beautiful and stylish and attractive and glamorous.